What is going on, everybody? Thank you so much for jumping in to this video or live stream, if you will. I am here joined with the one and only Delta. Delta, how are you doing today, my friend?
I'm all right. Thanks. Good to be here. Thanks for having me.
Oh man, no problem. It's always a pleasure. It's always an honor and a pleasure, as I usually say. It's always good having you because, I mean, you're so well versed on a lot of things that I believe matter and are key to this mystery being solved. So it's always a good time having you. It's always a delight. Guys, thank you so much for all of you jumping in here. If you guys have been missing different broadcasts, well, I feel sorry for you because a lot of good content has been coming out. So don't miss any more of me and or Delta's broadcasts. You can usually catch my broadcasts directly here on YouTube, or for the daily type of broadcast, I'm on Twitch. That's twitch.tv/musicvidiot. And for Delta, it's twitch.tv/ Delta9THC420, and that's spelled out DELTANINE THC 420. We are here in Grand Theft Auto 5, and I don't know if a lot of people are on board or feel like there really is anything to do with the moon phases and the different, settings of the sun and the moon and all the different stuff that we have in this game. But as time goes on, it's being proven more and more by more research that there is an actual phase and there's a rotation. This stuff is real in the game, and they actually made it more realistic than one would ever think. I know it's more realistic than I ever thought it would be, where there's actually low and high tides. And we know that a tsunami, I had to do my own research, plus the help of Delta, because he's done a lot of research, understanding that, different, phases of the moon are going to induce a tsunami, would be more effective at inducing a tsunami than other moon phases. So understanding a lot of these different, real life situations will help us in the game if you believe that a natural disaster is what is going to happen. I, for one, am on board with the whole idea. I know, Delta, you're on board with the whole idea. We believe that there's more to it than just inducing it, but just for trial and error's sake alone, just for testing purposes, we're going to go ahead and try to see how well we can actually induce something like a tsunami, or at least how well we can manipulate the tide in the game. So if this is what you guys are hoping to see, well, then you're in the right place right now. I'm excited. Now, Delta, the best place, you were just talking to me a little bit off camera, you said the best place for this might be on the side of like Mount Gordo, somewhere where there's a flat ground like area.
Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna need to go to like flat ground so that because not all the locations actually will show the. Turn my stream down here for a second.
Yeah, I'm hearing a little bit of myself.
Yeah. The not all the places actually will show like the water levels rising and lowering. Basically just because of the way that the beaches are set up. So if you find like a flat surface where you see kind of like more beach than you see the and like you see the water just going right up to the rock or whatever, just find a low spot and you should be able to see the
Okay.
high, low tide.
What I want to do is I'm going to load up this save file because I had this save file set. A new moon and a full moon are basically the two moons that we're gonna want to attain to try this test out, because I was doing some Google searching and stuff and finding information, and when there's a new moon or a full moon, that is when the tide seems to really be, manipulated with the gravitational pull of everything, and that's our best chances for anything like that. An eclipse would be ideal also, but that's something that's going to be a very rare sight for us to see in this game. But we can get a full or a new moon. Right now in the game, I believe I am a day away from the full moon. I fast forwarded time. I slept and slept and slept, and I got to this point. I saved it, and then the next time I slept twice to get back to the nighttime with Trevor, it was a full moon. So right here on this day, right now, because we know that when we sleep with Ursula, with Trevor, it's going to go by 12 hours. So let's go ahead and sleep once to give us the daytime, and then we'll go sleep with Ursula, and we'll see exactly what kind of. Well, you know what? Maybe we should show the before and after first. Let me go ahead, guys, and fly over to the spot just so we know where we're gonna go. You know what I'm saying? Whoa, shit! We're gonna see where we're gonna go. We're gonna find that place that Delta was talking about, like right off of Mount Gordo, and we'll find a nice, good place for it. We'll go take a look at it now and see exactly what it looks like, and then we'll go back there. You know, when we sleep with Ursula, because Ursula's gonna make it rain and thunderstorm, and she's gonna make the weather really crazy. She's really gonna induce some crazy shit. So, and that's weird, you know, Delta. That really makes me wonder why. I do believe that there's certain things you have to do in the right sequences and everything to make things happen naturally. Natural disaster, naturally. I like how you pointed that out to me off camera, how a natural disaster would be something that would have to happen naturally. But not only that, why did they give us certain people that when we sleep with them, you know what I mean? All of a sudden, these crazy weather conditions happen. We're thrown into the midst of thunderstorms and rain and just insanity. It's like, I wonder if that's almost for a purpose, because that's not normal. Okay, I can't just go pick up a hooker at my random, downtown, here in downtown Buffalo, New York. I can't just go pick up a hooker and sleep with her and have thunderstorms happen. Although my bloodstream and the STDs I might acquire might feel like a thunderstorm, I can't cause one in real life. You know, like, so that's the one thing that we might have to look at as a clue. You know, that's kind of offbeat. That kind of doesn't make sense. You know, I don't know how well we've analyzed that, but I know that doesn't make too much sense to me, you know. But I'm going to see. I don't know if Ursula will get into a helicopter either. I don't know if that's something that she does.
It must be naturally a high tide in my game because I just can't find the fucking coastline.
Oh, for real? You can't even find a coastline?
I can't find the one I had yesterday or the other day, so I can't. It must be naturally be a high tide right now because I can't find anything.
First of all, thank you guys for jumping in the chat. That's why I do these live streams, to see what you guys have to say, also to get more interactivity going on between everybody and see what's going on, and we could try to, you know, figure stuff out together. Thank you, Angelo, for jumping in. And XNIS, whatever the fuck your name is, I think Ursula definitely is one of the people that it happens with, but I think there is another one. I think there's one from the Vanilla Unicorn. One of those girls causes maybe a thunderstorm. I'm not sure. Right here I see the coastline in my game. I think this is the spot that you were talking about too. It's almost like that ridge of the mountain, and there's a small little beach shoreline.
Okay. Yeah, if you're like on Mount Gordo where you're doing yoga, I just turned around. There's like looks like there's a small trail that runs down to the coast. I just followed that, and that's where I was like, right around that vicinity. There was like flat land. There was like garbage all over the place, and
I think I'm at a good spot here. Okay, yeah, I see some flat land. So, okay, so let's take a look at how this land looks right now. Let's get a mental image, guys, and remember what this looks like. The water level. Let's do it like this for a nice, good test. It seems like the tide is already high, to be honest with you. This tide is...
Same in my game.
With your game too? Yeah,
that's
it seems like this...
but that's why you can't... Like, it looks like you're flying like along the coastline or whatever, but it's, some spots are just really, really bad to tell.
Right.
Just because of the way the land is.
Well...
like, you should just find a flat spot and just stand there, or just sit in your dropper and watch the water slowly rise. everything.
Yeah, it is definitely. Look at that. As time goes on, this tide is getting a little higher because it's getting closer to that full moon because that's where my save file is right now. Okay, so we got this giant rock here. We'll estimate it. We'll estimate it to this rock right here. Dude, this whole beach that I was standing on a little bit ago is now completely covered in water.
Tide.
So it definitely is a high tide. Holy shit. Oh man. This ain't gonna be good. Okay, so what we'll do is we have an idea of how it looks. Let's see exactly how crazy. Let's take a look at the ocean. Let's see how rough it is. Everything here looks like it looks like a high tide with the waves. Everything doesn't look too bad. It is definitely a high tide though, because I mean the beachfront is completely taken over. Completely taken over. It's ridiculous. So let's go ahead and load the game up. We're gonna go to the save file where we are at basically a full moon. We're gonna sleep because the full moon is like one night away. So we're gonna sleep, so it's daytime, and then we're gonna sleep with Ursula. So then technically when we wake up, it's gonna be nighttime, full moon, where the gravitational pull's, you know, gonna be strong. It's gonna manipulate the tide even more than normal. Plus we got the crazy weather from Ursula. And to tell you the guys the truth, when I was playing this a little bit before off camera, my full moon right now that we're gonna attempt to load up, actually induced a natural thunderstorm. It was actually naturally pouring and thunderstorming. So if that weather stays true to itself, we should have double the effect. You know, Ursula plus the natural. Maybe we'll have a tsunami, guys, right here live with you guys with Delta. This might change the whole Chiliad mystery in a nutshell. But then again, don't get your hopes up because I have failed before. So let's sleep. We're Trevor. We're sleeping. What's going on, everybody? Sorry if I'm not answering everybody in the comments or the chat. It's hard for me to multitask. I'll talk and I'll see the stuff, but I can't compute in my brain how to answer at the same time. No, I'm just kidding. I'm ignoring you guys. That's what it is. So basically, yeah, I'm sorry if I'm missing you guys' comments. I'm just trying to focus on what we're doing here. Every now and then I'll glance at the comments, see if I can answer anybody. Delta, if you see anybody's comments that you want to answer to, feel free to cut me off at any time. It's fine.
I do that all the time with you,
Okay, so we're gonna call Ursula. Anybody with any small children in the room, you might want to cover their eyes, ears, or just have them leave because this is going to get a little sexual. To be honest.
I want to do unspeakable things to you.
I'll be at the marina. Come pick me up.
You know what's funny is that she says, I'll be at the marina. I'll be at the marina. Why the marina, Ursula? Is that some kind of hint by Rockstar that you're going to affect something with, you know, water, my friends? Also, guys, stay tuned for more. I have a video coming out today of some anomalies that I've, you know, encountered in this game. Some stuff that just is not normal. That I need your help on, telling me what you guys think all of this is, means, or whatever. And probably another daily broadcast on Twitch in the later evening. So, again, if you guys have not followed me or Delta on Twitch, I'll go ahead and shout that out for you guys in a second.
If you say so.
She said, I'm so happy that we're boyfriend and girlfriend. And Trevor's like, if you say so, if you say so. Basically, my Twitch is twitch.tv/musicvidiots. Delta is twitch.tv/Delta NINE THC420. Also, guys, if you want to hit me up on some social media platforms, I need the love. So, if you guys want to hit me up on, like, Facebook or any of those, Instagram, Tumblr. It's music video for all of those. The only one that's a little different is Twitch. I mean, not Twitch, I'm sorry, Twitter. And that is at music_video. By the way, speaking of Twitter, Ned Luke actually liked one of my comments that had to do with, you know, some stuff that we've been talking about lately. So I thought that was pretty cool. He's never liked or responded to anything I've ever done before. But then he, you know, mysteriously likes one of my things that has to do with everything that we've been talking about within this mystery. So that was very interesting, guys. If you're on Twitter, check that out. Although the one thing that he did do, it said removed by user or whatever it said. So I'm wondering if that was like a quick clue that he took back. But we'll focus on that a different time. I want to get to the tsunami stuff. We are right near... We can't use my room. I ate all the drywall again? Do you hear the shit that they say? The conversations between Trevor and Ursula are so ridiculous. Also, I got a question. Delta, I don't know if you know the answer, or if anyone in the comments here can answer, but when you acquire a phone number in Grand Theft Auto 5, say anybody, anyone, okay, do you have that phone number for every character? Or is it just for that character that met that person? Or is it a little bit of both?
I think it's just for that character that we met with the person.
Okay. Because I thought it was for both. And that's where I got confused, because I only had Ursula's phone number for Trevor. And I thought for a minute that it was shared between all three. Okay, so here we go. Magic's going to happen. Thunderstorms are going to start. You know, what's funny about Ursula, too, is that recently on Reddit, there was a person posting about how they found, like, the different X's at her house and how they relate a lot to Ursula's house and stuff, to the mural and stuff. So I thought there was some interesting posts. People are noticing a lot of stuff with Daddy! Ursula. Whoa, lick my scars, Daddy. I didn't realize what the hell. I never realized she said that, dude. It stopped me in my tracks. I'm like talking and I had to shut up because I heard her say it. I was like, what? Lick my scars. Okay, so here we are. Delta's gonna fall asleep on us, guys, but that's okay. It is a thunderstorm and it should be a full moon right now. Actually, we don't even need this, do we? Where's the moon? Come on, lick my scars, Trevor. Where's the moon? Delta, I'm not even seeing the moon, bro. But I know it's a full moon. I know that this day is a full moon right here because I reloaded like 20 times before I went on camera.
It probably is.
Although I can't see it. Makes it very... We're gonna go down to that same spot. Oh shit, don't wanna fall.
Wow. Yeah, definitely, a thunderstorm definitely makes it go even higher than it normally is.
It does? For sure?
Yeah, I just tested that.
So you just tested it and the thunderstorm definitely made it go higher.
I put 2 days in on regular high-low tide, saw the regular high-low tide. On the third day, I rose the high tides of thunder, and it's like completely covering my character.
Wow. Oh, dude, yeah, I'm looking at this right now, man. We took a look. We were looking at the waves over here on my screen before we went and got Ursula, and they were not this vicious. Oh my god. This is pretty crazy. So it is a full moon, so it is affecting the tide greatly right now. And not only that, but it's a... Dude, oh my gosh. You know what? I can't even recognize the same spot I was at because it is completely submerged, dude. Oh my gosh. Guys, do you not see this? Does this not make a believer out of you people that there is definitely reason to think a tsunami might happen? This might be the same spot I was at. This might be it. I think it was.
The high tide seems to occur in the nighttime at some point between sunset and sunrise.
That's when the high tide occurs?
That's what it seems like. Every time I see high tide, I keep checking it. It's around 1500, but I've seen it last as long as like 2000 before. So it seems like it's around.
Oh, I can't believe Ursula sent me a picture of her legs. I don't think I've ever seen that before. I don't think I've ever seen that before. So, basically, if everything's right, if everything's in place, then we should definitely be able to induce a tsunami because, I mean, I can see just by looking at these waves. It's getting a little hot in here. I had my jacket on still because I came from outside and it was cold, and now I'm realizing how hot it is. With everything in place right now, man, I am definitely noticing the waves are going way higher. The spot on the beach that I was at, which I believe was, I think it was right over here actually. But I'm noticing that this water level is ridiculously higher than before, way more. I mean, it's just obvious. Oh yeah, dude, look at that. The water's smacking up against those rocks. It's going like 30 feet up in the air. That wasn't happening. So yeah, the thunderstorms definitely do affect stuff. This is pretty crazy. So basically, we have to figure out exact. Look at that, dude. I could just imagine that on a way grander scale, just wiping out Los Santos. I mean, we have so many clues, guys. Me and Trippy Commentaries just did a live broadcast on his channel, and we showed off the barbershop picture with the tsunami. Me and Delta did some video discussions where we showed off the 2020 alien poster tsunami. We got the one website. We'll actually show that off right now to you guys. If you type in like chaos into the in-game search engine here, it's an easy way to find the website. Go to Want to Play God, and then you can go ahead and play God, but it shows what seems to be a condensed and smaller version of Los Santos, okay, San Andreas. And then tsunami kills 200,000 people. Bottom left it says Phillips here in the bottom left. But then you can also see it somewhere else where it says Betsy Phillips, hinting at Trevor's mother. If I can read this, I have to get a little closer to my TV. The tsunami at 11:14 a.m. or p.m. yesterday on the island, whatever. I can't read exactly what this stuff says, but it's definitely saying at 11:14, which a lot of those clocks in the game, guys, that Chronos, whatever it says, or Croex it might be called, but it shows the two hands, kind of hinting to like 10:10, but it could be 11:14, 11:10ish. I could have looked at it wrong. It says it kills 200,000 people. There's also other stuff like in the one Merryweather heist, you're Trevor and you're with the submarine, and he's looking at the bomb underwater, and he's like, oh, it might be something for, something with the plates, the Earth's, plates, and then he says something about a tsunami and seismic activity. So there's more ways than one where this game hints strongly at a tsunami, But it almost doesn't make sense because it talks about it like it already happens. So that's where you get the whole Back to the Future clues tie in, and do we have to travel back in time, or there's so many theories and everything. You kind of have to just go what feels right to you, and obviously I'll keep putting out videos that will let you guys know exactly what I feel at least, and I'm going to be starting to do more videos like the viewer's voice. Those videos like from that series that I had will be coming back. So everybody that sends me stuff on PlayStation or Twitter or Facebook or YouTube comments, I'll be putting all the best ideas and theories into another video, and I'll come back out with the viewer's voice episodes. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of different ways to help you guys figure out maybe what you guys want to believe in or work towards. Definitely let us know in the comments. I just think it's crazy how I can't see the moon. I think it's just... You know what? I've had this game since the day it came out, Delta, and I've never seen, or not seen, but never realized that I was actually experiencing low tides and high tides. I never noticed it. You know what I mean? It's not the water just being more choppy. There's actually something to it. It's actually the tide going up and down. I want to do, before I end this broadcast or video, I want to go ahead and try a quick, fun Zancudo takeover. I want to get all 3 characters together and charge Fort Zancudo. But before I do that, Delta, is there anything that you want to add or have me try, or any ideas or statements, anything that you want to put in about this?
You pretty much covered everything. You should clearly witness the high-low tide, so definitely everyone witnessed that.
If they want to do this themselves, I mean, they can go into director mode, even. I mean, all that stuff is going to take me more time, and it just wouldn't flow right in this type of a video. I can go and do that in a separate video where I can edit stuff out and show you guys, like, this day on this moon phase completely low, and then new moon or full moon, look at this, bam, and you'll see a bunch of differences, and I can go and do that for you guys, or something you could test out yourselves. But I just wanted to give you guys a quick example, just to let you guys know that this is not just a random crazy theory, that natural disasters aren't just some crazy idea that I picked out of my ass during a constipated shit yesterday in my bathroom. Like, this is not where this is coming from. Like, basically, guys, if you really look into it, it makes sense. There's so much stuff to back it up. And also, I said this in the broadcast with Trippy yesterday on his channel, but I mean, I don't think I'm crazy, but I just want to see if anybody out there remembers this too. If you do, please leave it in the comments. But when this game was coming out, they were advertising a lot of different aspects and features of what this game can offer. And one of those aspects and features was natural disasters. I think they even used an avalanche as what they were trying to sell. They're like, you can even experience. I think they even had a video scene or a clip of something. I don't remember. I think it even looked like it was in North Yankton, but my memory is shot, dude. I can't remember all the way back then and exactly what it was. I was so pumped for this game to come out, and then when it came out, I was so immersed in what the game had to offer. I don't remember, but I do know. Now I'm going into this hunt of the tsunami and natural disasters. I'm starting to remember. Oh yeah, didn't they say they were gonna do that or implement that? And Delta, I think you even said something to me the other day about that, and I'm agreeing with you completely on it, because this is something I think I remember, but I'm not sure if this.
They definitely had advertisements stating that.
I mean, how can we find out? Like, how can we go and find this stuff out? I mean, it's possible Rockstar might have removed it.
Yeah, I think they removed it all. I remember seeing a Reddit post recently about it, because I was trying to hunt down some of the articles and I couldn't find any myself. But I kept seeing Reddit posts about people talking about it as well, that they heard it. I remember seeing advertisements saying natural disasters, but it's like they removed all the stuff. So basically, it looks like we're fucking crazy.
It does. You know what, dude? That's so fucked up for them, because it is making people look like they're crazy, but they also do that in more ways than one, because we've touched on different topics, like even enlightenment, and trying to explain that to people makes you sound like a fucking nutcase. So Rockstar's sitting back, laughing their ass off, knowing that we're gonna try to explain certain things that we're figuring out, and we're gonna look nuts, and we're gonna look crazy, and that's probably part of the whole fun and games of the mystery itself, because they just know what's gonna happen because it's common sense of natural thought, like this is gonna happen to these poor bastards, like you know what I mean? Sons of bitches. I was hoping for a natural shark attack to happen to me out here. Oh, look at that! As I say it, what do we have, guys? Jaws himself. What would happen, man, if this natural disaster did happen? Would we see sharks like floating around like Mount Chiliad and then like? Would we have to worry about jumping in the water?
Yeah, we probably would.
Because in order for these mods, because I've seen tsunami mods on the computer, PC mods, and I've wondered, in order for them to even do this, it has to be allowed in the game itself, right? The game has to allow it to happen for them to ever be able to manipulate it, right? So in theory, them being able to have a tsunami mod must make it possible to have a tsunami in the game, naturally. You know what I mean? Like, that train of thought,
Yeah.
I don't see as being too far off logic. I think that kind of makes sense. What doesn't make sense is this shark, though. This shark is... Oh! Never mind. Guys, Trevor just died. At least he had some of the best sex in his life with Ursula before his intestines got shredded to pieces. You see that oval? See that oval? There's always that eye. There's always that... And I'm noticing it now more and more than I ever did. Like, there's always that eye. When you get wasted and die, there's that big round oval. When you do anything, there's always this big oval. When you're looking in first person, you'll see it. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about.
I just sent you a picture through PlayStation. You probably don't want to end the stream to see it, but
I could look at it on my phone.
take a look at it. Tell me what you see.
Okay. See, it's hard to show it off right now because it's. See it see it there? Even when I do that, see that it kind of like
Yeah.
spreads out and opens up that oval. Like there's always that eye that shows me what that's telling me is almost like perception. Like that's their way of saying the word perception constantly in your face. Perception, perception, perception. Just like when you look at the sun, each character can look at the sun and it's going to be a different, like, how can I show you guys here? You see how the sun looks to Trevor right now? It's almost like accurate to the sun symbol. You got the inner circle and then you got the outer ring circle. You know, it's almost true to the sun symbol itself, which lately I've been seeing Trevor tied to the sun symbol a lot more than normal. Like on Trippy's Trippy commentaries, when we did the live stream yesterday, I pointed out that the Dreamcatcher is technically a sun symbol. It's a circle with a dot in the middle. We'll show off the other two characters' perceptions of the sun, and then we'll try to do this Zancudo takeover. Oh, FaZe, what's going on? FaZe Royal, thanks for jumping in. I appreciate it. Yes, I do remember you from Facebook. Thanks for adding me on the other social media platforms. Shout out to everybody that's in the broadcast right now. Zane Green, Angelo, all you guys that are typing and you know, sharing your ideas and theories. Thank you for jumping in. You see Michael's here. Like a lot of the times you can see like a big oval around it. See that kind of? It's kind of going through his body right now. Sometimes it's hard to see. You got to be in the right spot or reflective surface to kind of get that good sun glare. There we go. Here's a nice one. See that? So like everybody's a little different. Trevor's is a little different than Michael's. Michael has the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 streaks coming out of the sun. We'll go to Franklin. Septic Tank, what's going on, man? Thanks for jumping in. Jason B, thanks for jumping in. 1, 2, 3, thanks for jumping in. Love the name. Also, have you ever tried drinking wine with Franklin? I've drank countless glasses of wine with Franklin, and he does not get hammered. He does not get drunk. He just can drink wine like water. Did you ever notice that, Delta?
Yeah, I've never noticed that.
Yeah, I'll show you in a second. He could just keep on drinking wine, and maybe sometimes he gets drunk, but there's a lot of times where he just doesn't, and I don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense to me. Let me try to show you guys. I'm sure you guys already know this. I'm just showing you just because I mentioned it. The different kind of like sun glares each player gets. See, Franklin has like a way more different streaks coming out than Michael. See, his is almost like every single spot of the circle streaks out. Michael was more like a pattern. See what I mean, guys? Everyone has their own sun. It's weird. And I think that's basically like the game telling us perception and perspectives. The same way when we start a mission, it depends on what mission we start to, what character we start the mission with. That'll show us more dialogue or less dialogue or different views. So yeah, let's try this Zancudo takeover, and then I'm going to end the broadcast, guys, /video, because I'm working on my laptop right now, just editing the last few details I need for another video I'm going to post shortly after this one ends. And that one is basically of like I said earlier, the anomalies I've found. I've found a couple things that just were so strange I couldn't find any answers for, and I've tried to look it up and nobody has really any answers. So what better to bring these questions to than the community itself? Like I've said, like Delta said, like everyone, with half a brain has said, this is a team effort. This is not going to be a one-man army solving this thing. It's definitely, going to be the community as a whole. So you guys are definitely needed. Don't think that you aren't. All of you are definitely needed in this. Let me call up Franklin.
Franklin, hey kid, let's do something.
Yeah, I guess I could do it. It's been a while, huh?
Cool, I'm heading over now.
Okay, we got Franklin on board. Let's get Mr. Trevor himself. And what does he say in Capolavoro? About the
Hey, T, it's me.
void of
What's going
color?
on? Yeah, I'm meeting up with Franklin. You want to hang out?
In a world devoid of color, unique camera angles, our true nature can be revealed.
I'm on my
Right. I'm sure that's supposed to be taken literally and metamor. Oh, man, I'm not even going to try to correct myself. You guys understand what I'm saying? I always think of Jim Carrey when he says, never mind. Anyway, when they say that, I sometimes think of it literally, though, instead of symbolically. And I literally think of using the camera filters and going ahead and going into cinematic mode. And if you think about it, okay, there's a lot of things that are strange. I'm not sure if you guys have watched the video I put out the other day called Tools for Your Tool Belt, but I went into the whole camera thing, and I went into the whole I'm following the wrong fucking thing, aren't I? Where are these guys at? I went into the whole, basically using logic to try to figure some parts out. Basically, if you are trying to figure something out, you know that history repeats itself, so why not use tactics that you did the first time to help you with the second time? Learn your lesson, whatever. It's kind of like the way we would want to do things, a smart way. So when you look at the mystery as a whole and you say, well, how do I solve this crazy Chilean mystery? Where do I begin? Well, my mind would take me naturally to a place that is familiar, that we're familiar with. Well, what other mysteries do we have that Rockstar gave us that we could start from so we understand how Rockstar works, how they think, how they make a mystery? But there really wasn't one, and then I remembered there was, It was in Next Gen, and it was a murder mystery, and I am a firm believer that you have to have this thing solved with last gen tools and not next gen. You know, next gen isn't needed. You could solve this thing on last gen. But I do believe that anything given to us in any updates or in next gen is all clues. They are clues to help us, you know, to make our way easier, okay? So I'm looking at this murder mystery and I'm thinking, okay, there's certain things that they did to show us how the game recognizes triggers. We walked up and we seen writing on a wall, and that gave us a little movie reel and a sound, a noise. Okay, and what did that noise do? It gave us that part completed and on to the next one until we solved the whole murder mystery. And then what did we get? We got picture filters, camera filters. So that's another clue. Cameras are important. Like, you know what I mean? Pictures gotta be something relevant. In my mind, I'm thinking that's all part of the clue, you know? Segregate and rearrange, you know? Look at what we got. Look at our reward from it. So why wouldn't, like, if you really think about it, why wouldn't that help us using pictures? The Snapmatic, like I showed you guys before, and I'll show you really quick again, just in case you guys missed that video that I put out. You are given a bunch of different pictures, okay, that you took. Here's all my pictures that I've taken. This is the example I use in the video, and it shows you the title, which happens to be the street I was on, Power Street. It tells me the day I created it. It tells me the location. It even shows me on the map where it was, so I can even hit it. You see in the bottom, I can hit square to make it a waypoint. I even know exactly where I was. But the most important thing that sticks out to me is the track. Why are they recording the music track? What does music do? It gives you a sense of a feeling. It gives you a vibe. It gives you a situational experience and emotion. Okay? And there's certain songs that will play without doubt every single time in certain missions. Like I showed off in Franklin Lamar. That same song comes on every fucking time you get in the car. Every time you get in one of those two cars, that song's going to come on. It sets a certain tone for what you're doing. So knowing that, Rockstar could have been clever. Think of their name, Rockstar. Okay, if you look deeper into it, you know, you'll understand why they named themselves that. Okay, music is a big deal to them. Okay, Rockstar. Why else would they make it so obvious that they're recording the track that you have playing when you took that picture? It's just an idea, okay? I'm not saying this is a 100% thing, but it's kind of suspicious to me that the first mystery we got, the murder mystery, it has to do with pictures and filters, you know, and sounds, you know, being triggered. And then, you know, Chiliad mystery hasn't been solved yet, and that seems like one of the things a lot of people aren't testing. So it's something to think about. Okay, we just picked up Trevor. Now we are going to go and pick up Mr. T or Mr. F. Once we got the boys back in town. Look at that. Is that a full moon? No. That's a full moon, isn't it? You know what's strange? Because I didn't reload. Sleeping with Ursula forwarded to the nighttime, but it didn't actually... Do you know what I mean? Do you know what it did? Do you see what it did?
I don't know what it did.
Sleeping with Ursula... It either made the day last twice, or it didn't induce the natural course of the moon. Like, it kept it where it was. Because, for some reason, unless I'm looking at the moon right now wrong, I very well could be. But the moon looks like it's a full moon again, right now.
Well, like I said, maybe you gotta be careful and watch the moon, because the day before, the day of, and the day after a full moon all look almost identical. It's really hard to tell the three apart. But, so like I said, maybe today's the day of the full moon for you. Maybe the day you started the stream was actually maybe the day before the full moon.
I see what you're saying.
Or maybe it's even the full. It was the full moon, and it forwarded to the next day, which was. So,
okay, so then what we can do is, after we try the Zancudo takeover, you know what though? I think it was a full moon, because those waves, man, everything was really crazy. Unless it's gonna be because of the gravitational pull anyway, it's getting closer to that brink. Maybe that's why it was acting crazy as it was anyway. But basically, we can try it again, guys. What I'm probably gonna do is, just so this isn't too long of a video, because after I'm done live streaming, this will be saved as a video on my YouTube page. So what I might do is I might just do the Zancudo takeover, okay, and then I'll end the broadcast, and then when I broadcast on Twitch, we'll go ahead and where the fuck are you, Franklin? Oh, you son of a bitch. I think I got there late. I think I got there too late. What I'll do is when I end this one, guys, I'll set myself up for sure to test out the different, it'll be longer, but it'll be on Twitch, so it won't really matter as much. So you guys will be able to see it from a different angle, so that'll be good too. So don't forget to follow me and Delta on Twitch, guys, so you don't miss out on any behind the scenes exclusive content, because we're going to be really digging into a lot of good stuff, a lot of good theories, a lot of good ideas, tests, trials, all that shit. I'm trying to get this Zancudo takeover here, but something happened. I was on the way to pick up Franklin, and right as I got there, like, the icon disappeared. I wonder if it was like, I don't know, something happened. So we'll try it again really quick. If it doesn't work, we'll figure it out.
Character altered.
No, Franklin wasn't in the car. It was Trevor and Michael. What's going on, Tyler? Fron? The Itchy Socks? Jay? Odie? All you guys, thank you guys all for jumping in. So, what else, though? And, to help these guys out, Delta, so they could try it on their own, too, would you maybe recommend a new moon to make it easier on everybody so they know exactly what day it is? Or what moon phase it is?
Yeah, like a new moon. Well, yeah, a new moon's gonna be a tiny little sliver of light going from. You should be able to at midnight see the new moon flip. That is a new moon. So whenever you see a tiny sliver of light on the left-hand side, and then you'll immediately see it on the right-hand side, that's the new moon phase. That way, it's a little bit easier for you guys to see than to try to track a full moon. But once you actually see the new moon, you can actually count like 14 days of in-game time will be a full moon. So if you watch the new moon flip from the left side to the right side, count 14 days from then, and it'll be a full moon.
Okay. So you can actually tell by the amount of days from that point. So you can literally count, okay, I'm going to sleep 28 times with Trevor, and I'll nail it.
You gotta be careful though too, because if you're doing that, you have to know that the phases run in between days, like Friday, Saturday, Saturday, Sunday. Whenever you see the moon rising that night, whatever, say it's Friday, and you see the moon rise at 8 o'clock at night, if you're actually looking at Saturday's moon phase, so days are running in between each other.
I see.
So there's 27 phases to 28 days altogether.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Of course. What else would you try? How about this? Just like old times.
Why am I having such a hard time with this right now?
Fuck's sakes.
I'm gonna try this one more time, guys. I'm not sure what I'm messing. Oh, you know what it is? As soon as I get off the phone with the other guy, I have to call the other guy. That's what it is. See, it's so touchy. If you want to get all three of these guys to hang out, it's touchy like this. But I've shown a video. It was a while ago when I made that video, so I don't even know what it's called. But I made a video where I showed that you don't even have to call each other to get these guys together, and they'll stay in the spots that you place them in. That's the key of what that video is about, and that's a very interesting video. I wish I had the name On the top of my head, I would tell you. It's on my channel somewhere. But basically, I did it in Sandy Shores. I flew one guy there, and I flew the other guy there, and then I flew the other guy there. And you can see 3 buzzards with all 3 characters just hovering in the same spot. And I switch to each one, and I fly the one to like over here. I fly the other one here, and the other one here, and they all stay exactly where you put them. Everything's like, beautiful. They all like stay where you put them, and they don't really move. So if you really wanted to try some tests out where you put the characters in specific spots, it's very possible to do that. It's not impossible. People think that it's not easy, or no, you could do it. Guarantee it, you can do it. But what Delta's telling you guys about the new moon and knowing it's a new moon by it flipping, basically,
Frank, you there? I want to get close to you, man.
you'll see the moon like this, right?
Sure, bro.
And then
Feels like we ain't got down like that
it'll either
forever.
be lit up, showing it, half or whatever, quarter. But when you see it like this, and then the day it flips and it shows it like this instead, that first day that you see it flip like that, that's your new moon. That's how you tell it's a new moon in the game. I'm not going to act like I know all about these moon phases, but understanding that this stuff is important and that GTA is definitely using this stuff, and Rockstar definitely implemented it in... Oh, shit. I'm talking and I'm fucking up. Ah. I did it again, Delta. I'm trying to get all these 3 bastards together. And I'm trying to explain stuff and talk to these people, so, like, I don't want anyone confused, because I know how confusing astrology... That's the one thing that... One point that you made, man. One point that you made that I thought you were, like, trying to withhold information and be all secretive and, cryptic messages, and you'll never understand. But now I understand. When he says that astrology is hard to teach, it is hard to teach. It's not easy. It's hard to teach, and it's hard to learn. At least for me it is. Okay, I'm sitting there trying to watch these videos.
It's common. Astrology is really, really hard to learn and really, really hard to teach. It takes time, takes practice and understanding of things, and even the basics of like understanding how like the sun and moon operate. They don't, like, the sun and moon aren't actually like, well, the moon's moving, but the sun doesn't actually move. It's stationary. So like to actually understand what's going on,
It's
really hard.
It's tough,
It's really
dude.
hard to explain.
And at first I thought you
A
were
lot of
just
people
being
don't
this
follow.
cryptic, secretive, I'm not letting you know what I know, the answer's in my hands and you'll never open up my fist type of at first I'm like, damn, dude, like, I'm not going to tell your secrets, man, we can work on this together. But you were serious. Astrology is a bitch and a half to teach, like, it just is. And now that I'm trying to understand, see, I thought I understood it. Like, but there's more than what school teaches you guys, dude. There's some in-depth shit, unless I didn't pay attention in school, and that was my problem.
Even talking about like constellations and stuff like that. Like, some people just don't know what like certain constellations and stuff are. So it's just like when you say the name, they're like, well, which one's that? Or which one is it? Which one does that mean? What does that represent? And it's just like so hard to get the point across on how astrologers like do what they do, but it's a big piece to this mystery, for sure.
You know what's funny is that Franklin just said, what an interesting choice of a vehicle, right? And I think that's hilarious because it's
Good to see you, T.
it's Trevor's main vehicle, which I'm gonna actually that video is actually almost done too, so that's gonna be another
How you been, kid?
another video that's coming up very soon, guys.
Sorry, kid.
But there's something important about different vehicles in this game. I know I have my rear cars videos out, but this is a little deeper than that, so look out for that video too.
Because that bit's yours. Who you choose to learn from.
Sure, dog. Thanks for the advice.
Whoa, did you hear that, dude? Let me, wow. Trevor says, how you been, kid? Franklin says, fine, but enough with the kid. It's kind of annoying. Sorry, kid. I mean, sorry. It's just you're a kid. You got potential. I see it. Mikey obviously saw it the moment he met you. But let's be honest, you need a real guide through life, because that bit's yours. Who you choose to learn from. Sure, dog, thanks for the advice. That's amazing, man. That's another thing, you know, I'm glad I actually pointed that out, because I want to tell you guys something. On a new playthrough that I'm doing right now, which is, I've been doing the whole playthrough on Twitch. So if you guys want to jump in and check out that playthrough, you guys are more than welcome to join me anytime you see my broadcasts go live on Twitch. But I've been broadcasting on Twitch, and I've been taking my time with my playthrough. I haven't been rushing through it. And they have... Oh, dude, basically, you can hang out with the characters in between, like, every main thing, like, every main mission, and you know, main things that happen. You can hang out with these characters, and I never did that every time in my other playthroughs. I never bothered to hang out with them, because you can hang out with one of them, two of them, or all three of them, depending on which character you are. There's a lot of different variants that you can see, okay, that you can have. There's a lot of different dialogue, so much different dialogue. And then when you're together, not only is it the first dialogue that you get when they meet each other, but as you're hanging out, there's more and more and more and more, depending on what you do, how many times you go to different places, and whatever events you do, actions you do. So there's a lot of stuff that you can get from the game's dialogues that I missed. I missed a lot of it because I never did that. I just went through the game, the motions. I never actually spent the time to call up all three characters and hang out and do all that shit. I never did all that. So there's a whole new, like, world of dialogue that I've never seen. And I even looked on YouTube and Google, and I tried searching, like, hidden dialogue or secret dialogue, and I found some stuff that was cool that I haven't heard or seen before. But to be honest, the coolest and the most hidden shit that I've found so far is the stuff that I've done on my own by doing that, starting a new playthrough and seeing what they say when they hang out in between all these missions and all this stuff. And that might be key, guys. That might be, you know, as a creator, as an inventor, as an artist, Rockstar might really want you guys and us as a whole to appreciate their work. So they might have made it like, you know, they have to really know the game, know the dialogue, know how everything goes to a T. You know, you might really have to have the game recognize that you did this. You never know, because that's why they put Easter eggs and stuff in the game, you know, for the fun of having people solve it, but also to have people really have their eyes peeled, searching in every nook and cranny. You know, as a musician, I like when people listen to my music and point out, hey, it's a cool little thing you did there, or this or that. That's what makes you make more, because people really appreciate what you did the first time or second time or fifth time. So keep in mind that the details, a lot of people brush it off. I'm saying all this because of a certain point that I know I went through. I brushed a lot of possibilities off because in my mind I thought, no way, they didn't do that, or no way, they didn't put that much effort into this, or no way, there's no possible way they did that. And you know what? As time went on, almost 3 years later, guess what, bitches? They did that. Okay, they did. So expect a wave to come and crash you on your friggin' skull one of these days from a tsunami, because guess what? They did that. Okay, guys, I'm not fucking with you. Serious. Alright, we are almost at Mikey. Hopefully he doesn't disappear like we had happen already. And then we're gonna go do our Zancudo takeover. The reason I picked Trevor was for his invincibility, his rage, if you will, special ability. What's up, Black Ots? Thanks for jumping in. Appreciate it. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Hey, where you been? You almost thought I was off the hook.
I've never had all three characters hang out in Trevor's car yet. It's so funny seeing Michael sit in the back of this thing.
So, we doing this?
So, we doing this? You see what he said? Almost like they know.
We did
Dude,
it,
it's
guys. You gotta say.
it's almost like Michael knows that I'm taking them on a Zancudo takeover. He gets in the back. He's like, "So what's up, guys? We doing this?" Yeah. You know what? It's not the first time I felt like a character has talked to me directly. I think that they've done a fourth wall a lot. Like when you hit like say you're driving and you smack into a wall, and Trevor's like,
Completely agree with you on this.
"Do you?"
Yeah, it definitely characters definitely do talk to you.
Yeah, okay, good. Thank God I'm not crazy. Like, well, you smash a wall or something, or you smash into a wall. Or that was your fault. Who's he talking to? Whose fault? What do you mean? That happened to me yesterday. I'm like, what? Whose fault would it be? What do you mean? There's got to be fourth wall break. Complete Deadpool moments are happening.
That we did.
You know what I mean? Like,
Depository, we did it big,
there's a lot of times where they are definitely talking to you, the player. Just like if you pick option C, Death Wish, and then you've mentioned this part to me a couple times, Delta. Like during that mission where they're melting the gold or whatever in that building, they kind of like look over to the camera.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And it's
Yeah, the
almost like
camera-
who's there but
the
you.
camera will start to they're all starting like they'll all be in a huddle, and you'll actually see the camera like going back and forth, like it's like you, the player, walking toward the huddle.
Right.
And the camera gets to, and like the camera is in, it's like a little spot, and then all three characters, you're all in a little huddle together, and they'll actually say something like, "There's a lot of people that need a re-education lesson" or something like that, and they actually all three of them will look back at the camera and look at you. And so yeah, definitely agree with you on the.
Dude, that's
fourth wall
crazy.
breaking.
Think about that, man. That's crazy that they did that. That they really involved so much different perspectives in this game, including yours. You know, first person, like you said about the Chop mission. When your first person is Chop, it's technically you screwing the dog. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's not Chop anymore. It's you.
It's like when you go into perspective of Mike, Trevor, or Franklin, or even your online character. It's a different perspective. You become the player. And yes, same thing.
Right.
So let's just leave it at that.
Frank,
See,
I hope you've learned
you know
that
what
this
really,
is what stick-up men do. They
what really questions, what really makes me question things is the fact that they made it a trophy and an achievement, like 15 hours of gameplay in first person. I think it's something like a new perspective or something they call it. And it makes me wonder, well, why did they do that? Like, why is it something they want us to do, to have in our minds, to question? Like, it really makes me wonder about perspectives and exactly how we should be looking at this game and this mystery. Because for a while I was one-tracked minded. One-tracked. I looked at this mystery one way. I did things one way. I hunted one way. I did everything one way. And I think a lot of people are still stuck in this machine of just looking through one lens. I really think there's more to it, guys. Diversify yourselves as hunters. In the worst case scenario, what's going to happen? You're going to learn something. That's it. You're going to research something, and you're going to learn.
Let me tell you, kid. Whatever you take away from our time together, take away this.
Oh, do not, under any circumstances, take any advice from Trevor. He's a crazy person.
I am not a crazy person. I'm the one-eyed man in the land of the blind.
Oh, that's generous. You're the one brain cell man.
And you're the two-faced turd.
Did you hear that, Delta? Did you hear that? Did you hear?
What?
Frank, I hope you've learned that this is what stick-up men do. They help each other. No, hold on. Okay. Okay, Michael tells Franklin not to take any advice from Trevor under any circumstances. He says he's a crazy person. And then Trevor says, I'm not crazy. I'm the one-eyed man in the land of the blind. And then Michael says, that's generous. You're the one brain-celled man. And Trevor says, and you're the two-faced turd. Another ass reference. Another... Guys, once you really understand this Uranus thing, you're gonna see rear end and ass references and shit references everywhere. They're everywhere. From billboards to dialogues to images to everywhere.
And big sex stripper Rockstar, of course. That's how I like to do things.
Dude, it's happening right now in this game. I think this... Like, remember I told you my full moon was on a natural thunderstorm?
Mm-hmm.
This is the thunderstorm. This is it right here. I'm not sure if our first test was off or not. But that makes me really wonder, though, because our first test showed. It really did show the high tide. Like, there was no doubt. Like, what we seen there was definitely high tide and crazy shit going on. I wonder if it would show here at Zancudo, at these mini, like, the swamps.
Maybe. Should give it a try.
Well, I'm trying to do a Zancudo takeover right now. I really don't want to drown these three fools. It took me a lot to get to this point. Wow, dude, this... You could really hear it. Like, the wind, everything is going crazy right now. Aww. Michael died. Fuck. I don't know. Should I try it again? Or not, dude? Because I keep screwing up. I don't even know which way I was going to enter. I had no plan. I had no plan at all. Well, what's the best way to enter? Probably the front gates, right? Probably right here. We'll give it one more shot. Fuck it. Dude, that is so crazy, man. Like, this weather, like the whole... Guys, the tsunamis in this game, I don't give a flying shit. Sorry, guys, for fucking this up one more time. Oh my god, I was so close to the Zancudo. Take over! No! No! Look at, there's a clue right there with that beach model holding the peace sign in her phone. She's right in front of waves, dude. Waves! Look at that. We've had the clues from day one. The friggin' loading screen art. I just noticed that she's standing in front of waves. I never noticed that before. Well, I did, but I didn't make a connection. She's standing in front of waves, holding the peace sign. What's going on, Kim F? Howard Young, thank you all for jumping in. You say that you created a new edit today with Dom and different dialogue. Nice. Okay, last try. This is the last try. Will the characters get inside of a helicopter? Do you know that? If they will or not?
I'm not sure.
For a hangout? I think they will. I think they will, because when I hit my 100% and I broadcasted it, I think I got to the strip club with all of them in a helicopter.
Frank, you there? I'm jonesing for some personal
That's gonna make this way faster.
Feels like we ain't got down like that in forever.
Ah, that was the right answer. I'm coming. This is a voice from your past. You want to be the meat in a me and Franklin sandwich?
Do you want to be the meat in a me and Franklin sandwich?
You won't even see me coming, pal.
Do you want to be the meat in a me and Franklin sandwich? He said. Why didn't I do this before, guys? I should better plan out my broadcasts next time. Nice, very nice.
Hey, it's good to see you, man.
What is going on, Tactical Robot? You shouldn't just subscribe for a shout out, man. Subscribe because you are interested in learning more about the Chad mystery.
Got potential. I see it. Mikey obviously saw it the moment he met you, but let's be honest. You need a real guide through life, because that fits yours. Who you choose to learn from.
Sure, dog. Thanks for the advice.
See, the thing is hearing the same dialogue by these characters shows me right there, guys, that it's not completely random at what they say at what times. Because as I was telling you guys when I broadcast to Twitch, which I'm telling you guys again, make sure you follow me on Twitch and follow Delta on Twitch, because we do show some pretty awesome exclusive stuff during our broadcasts. But it just goes to show me that these dialogues are not so random, because when I do this on Twitch and I'm playing through my game and I'm hanging out with them in between every mission, their dialogues are completely different. It's like, what have we missed? And like, if you call one of them back after you just hung out with them, they'll even say, "I just seen you. We just played tennis," or whatever. Like, call me later. So the game definitely knows what you did and when you did it. So that makes me wonder, like, if you did everything in the right sequence, say you called all the characters in the right order and you called them all, after every mission, like 10 consecutive times in a row, maybe that 11th one will be something that we've been missing. Maybe a new dialogue that no one's heard before will happen, or whatever. I'm just thinking out of my ass right now, but it's worth thinking about. You know what I mean? Because they could have done anything. Anything could trigger anything in this game. Come on, Mikey.
Let's do this. What's up, gentlemen? So, we doing this?
Let's go down Howard Young and Duder Beans. Jason B is asking, what are the conditions to see the title of a song in Snapmatic? I'm not sure. I think you have to have a song playing, either in a car or some vehicle. I'm not sure if you're like standing next to a place where the music is playing, if it's gonna catch it or not. That's actually a very good question, dude. I don't have the answer for that, but that's a good, friggin' damn good question.
We took scores and we came out on top, and none of this would have happened if I hadn't have shown up. Thank the dear Lord I came to
Delta, have you ever tried doing a Zancudo takeover with 3 characters?
Yeah, but they all got inside the tower and all died.
several times.
And I say both of y'all.
So they all got inside the tower and died?
Yeah, the one person refused to go in the tower, and I climbed the tower, so he died. I think it was Trevor. He died off. It might have been Chop. I've gotten Chop in there as well. Chop refuses to go inside the tower. Trevor died in the staircase, and the other 2 died when they got to the top.
You know what, dude? I'm glad that you said that. That just reminded me of something. And also, this might be a good spot for the testing, the tsunami testing right here, right in front of the Zancudo, this beachfront right here. This is a nice flat area. Looks like a great place for testing. But who just told me about it? Someone jumped in my Twitch broadcast. Greg540. He showed me. He sent me some pictures, and he showed me that just recently somebody found all the coordinates in the game files that Chop can sense something and find something. And I mean, the location dots are everywhere. Everywhere. Dude, there's so... I used to think... I fell into the belief of, oh, maybe it is just, like, guns or weapons they'll find. But, dude, they are everywhere. I'll send you the pictures, Delta. They are friggin' all over. Which makes me think maybe Chop is used for something. Because, I mean, in the Collector's Edition, there was a stuffed animal, little Chop doll they gave everybody. There is an iFruit app, you know, with Chop and the golden collar. There's a lot to do with Chop, but it doesn't seem to be really... He doesn't seem to be really valuable in this game, man. I mean, Rockstar knows this is the age of YouTube and the age of digital information. Who's gonna really
Whatever you take away from our time.
who's gonna really go ahead and try to find everything with Chop? They're gonna look online to find this stuff. So knowing that, why did they put so much effort into putting all this Chop shit out there? There's got to be more than just Chop.
A crazy person. I'm the one-eyed man in a
Yeah, I think there's definitely more to Chop, but I don't know about the app and all that stuff. And,
I'm not going to say this again. Leave now.
Dude, we
yeah,
just did it.
Smoke marijuana.
Here we go, guys. Devoid of color. Different camera angles. Let's go rocket, guys. Yeah, I could post the pics on Twitter, Jason B. Here we go, guys. Here's our Zancudo takeover. Using the murder mystery camera filters.
Come on, kid. That's body.
Come on, bitches. Come on, baby. Let's take over Zancudo, guys. You know what's another thing that I have not tried? Is the skills. Look at this. Like, I'm on my 100% file right now.
I always make sure my skills are top.
You do?
Never let it fall, yeah.
My skills, I don't think I've ever had a game file where all of my skills were maxed. Ever. It's a shame. Come on, boys. Let's do this. Oh, they're getting hit. Oh, something's blowing up. My screen's shaking. Oh, there's a tank. Come on, guys. Come on. No. Oh my god, this ain't gonna be good. Oh no. Where's Trevor and Michael? I think that. Oh. That's what I get for being loyal and looking out for my homies. I died with them. Well, guys, that was the end of that takeover. Looks like we took control of absolutely nothing but our own death dates. That's what we did. We figured out the day we are going to die. But in any sense, it was still fun while it lasted. Took long enough to get there, but what are you gonna do? That was basically it, guys. We tried our tsunami. We showed you guys how the tides move and how they're controlled and manipulated through the sun and the moon. And we had some nice dialogue, some nice sexual pictures and scenes with Ursula. We went and tried to take over Zancudo. It took us 45 tries to get there, but we did it. And we had some good conversations, guys. If there's anything that you want to add, feel free to put them in the comments below. I'll check them out more when we're off camera here and the video's up. Look out for another video coming out tonight. about the different anomalies I discovered, and wondering what you guys think of all that stuff. And look out for more broadcasts. Lately they've been daily, so if you're interested in those broadcasts on Twitch, definitely give us a follow. Again, mine is twitch.tv/musicvidiot. Delta is twitch.tv/DELTANINETHC420. And I'm also on all the different social media platforms like Tumblr, Instagram, Twitter is @music_vidiot. Besides that, all the other ones are music vidiot. And Delta, just for the reference, if these guys want to check out any of your Reddit posts, because I know that you posted a lot of good ones and that you're going to be posting a lot of good ones. What's your Reddit information if they want to find you?
Delta 9 THC 420 on Reddit.
Okay, so
mystery.
It's basically the same thing as your your Twitch.
Same thing.
Okay, that's easy. That's easy enough for you guys to check out then. I'd like to thank you all for jumping in. It's been an honor and a pleasure having you guys join me. Thank you so much. It's definitely appreciated. I don't think there's really anything else. I think we covered everything. So, Delta, thank you one more time for joining and helping us out with everything. So, that's definitely appreciated, man. I always appreciate you jumping in. Oh, no problem, man.
Appreciate having me on.
Definitely.
We'll be getting together shortly here again.
Yeah, we'll definitely be getting together shortly again, guys, on the Twitch broadcast. That's why I keep throwing that out there for you guys, so you can be involved in checking out that. So, I don't really know how to end out these broadcasts as fun as other people do, so I'm going to have to just steal off other people. Trippy or RJ, no, nothing against you, man, but I like the cleverness of dying with a nice bang at the end of a video or a broadcast. So this is in tribute to Trippy, guys. Thanks for watching. It's been an awesome time having you. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. Hit us up on Twitch and other platforms, and we'll see you guys in the next video or broadcast. Have a good one. Take it easy. Ta-ta, and as motherfucking always, peace.